Hello, in this video I'm going to give you the chance to experience how it feels to overcome a major problem in your life, such as driving anxiety. I work online with people around the world to help them overcome their fear of driving, and one of the best things about this work for me is when I see the moment when people's lives change forever. And it's one of these incredible times when they just freeze. And I've had people who have been working with me and we're talking and they just freeze and they're just staring off into the distance with their mouths open wide. And this is the moment their life changes, when they realise what's been causing their problem, because as I often say, the fear of driving has nothing to do with driving. And when you realise what it actually is, and you start to piece it all together, it's incredible. So let me tell you how you can experience this for yourself. You don't have to have a fear of anything, and this won't give you a fear of anything. It's just a bit of fun. It is slightly different to how it feels, but it's the closest thing I could think of to give you this feeling. So what I want you to do is to think back to a time when you were about 5 to 10 years old. And I want you to think of one of two things: either some music that you liked, a kind of music you liked, or a TV show, maybe even TV commercials. And I want you to start to think now about those things. So that music or those commercials, think about the ones you can remember and think back to those days when you were a kid and used to maybe watch cartoons or something like that. So you're getting any kind of memory you can from many years ago when you were around the age of 5 to 10. And if you want to close your eyes and do this, that might help. That's up to you, but you don't need to. All of this can be done with your eyes open. And I want you to really get a feel for those times. I want you to think about the time you had that issue. And I want you to really get a feel for those times. I want you to think about what you remember about those programs or that music. And I want you to think of all the things you possibly can about that time. Now, once you've done this, what I want you to do is go online and look up those things. Look up some videos about them. Look up something that was happening around the time. So if you thought about music, look up the kind of hits that there were at the time. Look up what albums were coming out at the time. Look up what other cartoons or whatever commercials were on TV at that time. And what you'll find is that there'll be things there, old commercials, old shows, old pieces of music, that you only remember when you see them. And you think, oh wow, I remember that. Yeah, that show I used to watch. How did I ever forget that? And there was that character, and I remember that episode where this happened. That's the kind of feeling you get when you realise what your problem really is. Now, the whole point of this exercise is you didn't know those things when you just thought about them, did you? You might have thought about your favourite shows, your favourite music, but that's why I said think about them and focus on them. These other ones didn't come up into your mind. And if you thought of quite a few, keep looking around and there'll definitely be some that you didn't think of. The point is, they were there in your mind all along, because you see, your mind remembers every single day of your life. Now, it doesn't present all this information to you at once, because think how overwhelming that would be if you could remember every single minute of every day for your whole life. Just think how overwhelmed you would feel and how that would be horrible. It would be like some kind of curse to be able to remember every single thing at once. But those memories are in your mind. They're just suppressed. They're hidden. But that is how the therapy I do works. We find the real problem, which is hidden deep in your mind, and it is there and you can find it. And that's how you fix a fear of driving. Now, there is slightly more to it than that. You don't just find a memory and everything clicks into place usually, but sometimes it can. And I've had this with people where people have just said to me, oh, well, that's funny, I've just had something come up in my mind, something's just popped into my head. And then they start slowing down like this and they say, don't believe this. Are you telling me this? This is why? And they just freeze. So there you go, that just proves that there are many things in your mind that you think you've forgotten about, but you haven't. So if you want to work with me to overcome your anxiety, check out the links on the screen now, visit my website, firstdrive.com, and check out these other videos for more help. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you again soon for more videos.